Amazon just did something dangerous, not for shoppers but for sellers, because this week Amazon quietly started testing a feature where customers don't scroll, they don't compare, and they may not even see your ads. So AI is now answering shopping questions directly. Rufus is entering product pages, price, history is being shown live to customers, and Amazon is slowly replacing traditional search with AI recommendations. So at the same time, Prime Day has been confirmed. DSP just merged with LinkedIn targeting, and Amazon opened its logistics empire to the entire market. So this is Amazon redesigning how e-commerce works in front of our eyes. And today I'll break down all 11 updates, what most sellers are missing, and why the next 6 months could completely reshape Amazon selling forever. So grab a notebook for this one, because some of these updates look small on the surface, but underneath they completely change how visibility, conversions, and scrolling will work on Amazon in 2026. And trust me, update number 2 and number 6 together might become one of the biggest PPC problem a seller face this year. So let's get into it. So Prime Day is officially expected in the last week of June, and if you are hearing this now for first time, you are already behind the schedule, because Prime Day preparation does not start when the event starts, it starts now. So your FBA inbound shipments, your coupon strategy, your lightning deals, your PPC ramp up, your inventory forecasting all need to be logged in weeks before the event actually begins. And here where sellers make the biggest mistake, they focus on only on traffic, but Prime Day is really an inventory and conversions game. You don't just lose sales, you lose ranking, and recovering post Prime Day is expensive. So now combine this with another update, we will discuss it later. Amazon automatically granting temporary FBA Capacity Exemptions for low stock ASIN. That tells us Amazon is actively trying to prevent out of stock disasters before Prime Day traffic explodes. So if you are a brand owner, audit your inventory coverage now, increase reorder urgency, prepare aggressive retargeting campaigns, and lock in creatives before the rush, and stress test your margins before discounting, because once Prime Day starts, it's already too late to prepare. Okay, the second one, this might be the biggest Amazon shift we have seen in years. Amazon is now testing AI generated search results powered by Rufus, and instead of showing a full product grid, Amazon show an AI generated summary, only 3 products, and a show search results button underneath. So let's that sink in. Traditional search visibility may no longer be the first layer shoppers see. Now here is the scary part. In the observed test, no sponsored ad appeared. That means Amazon is experimenting with the buying journey where AI recommendations replace scrolling entirely. And if that happens at scale, the entire Amazon SEO and PPC ecosystem changes, because historically more impressions, more clicks. But now AI may decide where 3 products deserve visibility before the shopper ever scroll. And another shocking detail is the page reportedly took over 20 seconds to load for a company obsessed with milliseconds. That tells you Amazon believes AI shopping behavior is strategically worth the trade-off. This is Amazon slowly shifting from search-based commerce to decision-based commerce, and sellers who only optimize for keywords may lose to seller optimizing for AI comprehension. So number 3 is Amazon did not stop at search. Rufus is now moving directly into the PDP itself, a new section called Know Before You Buy. It has started appearing directly under the product title, and shopper can now ask preloaded questions, highlight listing text, ask Rufus for clarification, and even start AI conversation directly from the mobile search. So this is massive because your product listing is no longer just convincing a shopper. Now it has something to educate an AI system, and Rufus pulls answer from bullet points, A plus content, reviews, question answers, and overall listing depth. So weak listings become dangerous now. So thin copy, weak, frequently asked questions, and generic bullets, Rufus may literally fail to explain your product properly. So this means your listing quality now affects how AI recommends you. So this is why I have been saying Amazon SEO is evolving into Amazon context optimization. So the brands that answer customer objection clearly will likely win more AI exposure. So number 4 is flying under the radar, but strategically it's enormous. Amazon has officially opened its logistics infrastructure to businesses that don't even sell on Amazon, meaning Amazon is now competing directly with Shopify Fulfillment, FedEx, UPS, and third-party logistics companies. Big brands like Procter & Gamble, 3M, Lands, and American Eagle are already using this network. And Lands End is reportedly fulfilling Amazon and non-Amazon orders from the shared inventory pool. So I think it sounds familiar. That's exactly what Amazon did with AWS. They built infrastructure internally, they monetized it externally. Amazon does not just want to dominate e-commerce anymore. They want to become the operating system behind e-commerce itself. So number 5 is huge for B2B brands. Amazon DSP now support LinkedIn audience targeting through Microsoft Monetize. This means advertisers can target job titles, seniority, industries, and professional audience, while also using Amazon shopping behavior signals inside one campaign. This changes B2B advertising completely. So before this, you would run a LinkedIn ad separately, then Amazon DSP separately, different attribution, different optimization, different reporting. But now one unified funnel. Imagine targeting procurement managers interested in industrial supplies will also retargeting people who search related products on Amazon. This is enterprise level audience layering, and for agencies this is open and entirely new service category. So number 6 is terrifying for lazy pricing strategies. Rufus now shows shoppers full product price history directly inside the Amazon, including 30 days pricing ranges, pricing trends, and AI like the price is on the higher end. Think about what that means is your PPC campaign pays for the click, and the Rufus potentially tells shopper maybe wait. So that changes conversion behavior dramatically, especially for brands constantly fluctuating prices without strategy. And this also reduces the power of fake discounts because now shoppers can see pricing context natively. What used to require tools like Keepa is now built directly into shopping experience. So pricing strategy is no longer potential, and it becomes part of conversions optimization itself. So number 7 update is Amazon just made DSP creatives for a more powerful, responsive e-commerce creative can include video directly inside display banners, and Amazon even added AI video generation tool inside the asset manage. This means brands can test video creatives without massive production budget, and here is the important part. These creatives still dynamically pull rating, reviews, pricing, and PDP information. So now video enhance the ad instead of replacing performance elements. So this creative friction massively for advertisers. Expect video testing volume to explode. So the number 8 update is some Amazon sellers are now being told credit card payment will stop being accepted starting August 1, 2026. Amazon is offering affected accounts $2,500 monthly credit for 5 months, but the rollout appears inconsistent and no clear eligibility criteria has been published. Now here is the real issue. Many sellers use credit cards to bridge Amazon payout cycles, especially high cash flow business. If that flexibility disappears suddenly, cash flow pressure increases immediately. So sellers should start preparing now. Number 1 is revolving credit lines, bank financing, reserve planning, inventory, cash forecasting, because operational stress kills scaling faster than bad ads. So the number 9 is actually a very seller-friendly update. Amazon is now automatically granting short-term FBA capacity exemptions for low stock ASINs, out-of-stock products, and deal-related inventory. So previously, sellers had to manually request exemptions and approval often came too late. So this change matters especially before Prime Day, because inventory bottlenecks during peak season can destroy momentum. Amazon clearly understands that stockouts hurt customer experience, so they are automating the solution. So the number 10 is starting June 5th, Amazon will deactivate bundle listing containing consumable unless the bundle was originally packed by the manufacturer or brand owner. So this affects categories like supplements, snacks, beverages, beauty, and health products. If you created your own custom bundle manually, you may be at risk, and once deactivated, the violation stays on your account health record. So sellers need invoices, authorization letters, proof of original packaging ready immediately. So this is Amazon tightening compliance around consumer safety and authenticity. So the last one is Amazon is now testing a new badge called Notable Arrival, and this one is interesting because it rewards strong early launch performance. Product launched within the last 30 days may receive extra visibility if they show so strong traffic, high CTR, and good conversion and positive engagement signals. So this means the first 30 days of launch are becoming even more important. So Amazon is essentially building an algorithm momentum boost system. So launches now require strong external traffic, better creatives, faster review velocity, and aggressive conversions. So optimization immediately after launch. So this is another sign that Amazon increasing reward momentum over age. So if you look at all 11 updates together, a very clear pattern appears. Amazon is moving towards AI assisted shopping, predictive buying behavior, infrastructure monetization, context advertising, and algorithm product discovery. This is no longer the Amazon seller learned 5 years ago. This marketplace is becoming AI first, data first, and decision first marketplace, and the brands that adapt early. So brands will have a massive advantage before the majority even realize what changed, because the Amazon is the biggest danger in e-commerce is not competition, it's reacting late.